The ultimate garlic bread for me needs to be fluffy as hell, packed with cheese and loaded with garlic. Today I'm making Pampushky. It's a traditional garlic bread from Ukraine, but we are adding our twist by stuffing it, and I'm gonna show you how you can make it. For this recipe, you're going to need 200 grams all-purpose flour, 225 grams of tepid/warm water, 8 grams of sugar, and 7 grams of dried yeast. Start by mixing all of these ingredients in a bowl to create our starter. The goal of the starter is to improve the fluffiness of the bread in the end. Mix the ingredients roughly until all combined, and your starter should look like this. Cover it with plastic wrap and let it proof overnight in the fridge. After your starter has proofed overnight, you should have a bubbly, alive-looking starter like this. Once your starter has proofed overnight, you're going to feed it, add in 8 grams of salt. We didn't add salt earlier because it can kill the yeast, and add in 200 grams of flour. Mix everything with a fork or any utensil you want to use until the dough comes together. Once it gets too tough to mix, start kneading by hand until smooth. And I forgot to film this part, but once the dough is kneaded, let it proof for about 45 minutes to 1 hour or until it doubles in size. While the dough is proofing, we are making our filling. For the filling and the topping, you are going to need about 20 garlic cloves and 200 grams of parsley, both finely chopped. Divide these into 2 portions, one for the filling and one for the topping. For the cheesy filling, mix together half of the chopped parsley, 100 grams of softened butter, 100 grams of shredded mozzarella, and half of the chopped garlic. Mix everything well in a big bowl, unlike me who used a tiny one. Your hands will work great for this. If you don't want to mess your hands, use a fork or a spoon, whatever. Once everything is combined, form the mixture into 8 equal balls, one for each piece of bread. If you want to be precise, you don't need to, but if you want, measure the mixture and divide the filling by 8. Once your dough is proofed, flour your work surface and roll it into a log. Cut it into 8 equal pieces. And same thing, if you want to be precise, measure the dough and divide by 8. Now for the stuffing, flatten each piece of bread. Place a cheese ball in the center and seal it up. If you're comfortable, roll it into a smooth ball with the palm of your hand like this. My first job was at a bakery and we used to make thousands of breads by hand, so I'm used to it. But if you can't, don't do it. Just pinch the edges together to form a ball like this. Either way, it will be great, so it doesn't matter. Now that you stuff the bread, drizzle olive oil in a baking pan. I used a 24 centimeters, but I recommend you to use a smaller one, like 20. The tighter the space, the higher your bread will rise. So, arrange the dough balls evenly and let them proof again. Cover them with a warm wet cloth. Let them proof for about 45 minutes to 1 hour or until doubles in size. If the room that you are making the bread it is too cold, place your bread inside a oven with the light turned on or inside a bread proofer. Once the bread has proofed, gently brush the tops with egg wash so you don't rip it. The surface will be really sensitive, so be careful. Once you brushed your bread, bake it at 225 degrees Celsius or 437 Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. While the bread is baking, we're going to make our topping of butter, garlic and parsley to spread on top of the bread when it comes out of the oven. Mix the ingredients all together until you turn with a spreadable butter. I recommend you to melt the butter so it is easier for you to spread on top of the bread. After 25 minutes, your bread should look like this, golden brown and fluffy. Once the bread is out of the oven, let it cool for about 2 to 3 minutes so it doesn't instantly soak up all of the butter. Then spread that garlic parsley butter generously over the top. And now the only thing that you need to do is to enjoy all of the work that you have done.